Hello everyone, this is it, number 10 of this series of 10 shows. This is the last one with a mighty one, Nuage. So Nuage is a very famous composition by Django Reinhardt, and that's his last solo. See, this is the vinyl, Django the Impressionist, side D here, Nuage, last one. This is it. It's a big one. It was recorded the same day as Belleville. This is his very last solo piece. And like Belleville, it's recording on tape. So the tape allows Django to extend his ideas way more than on wax, like on a roll, which lasts 2-3 minutes. Here he can go for several minutes. This is what he does for this one. It's really an incredible version. So before I start, yes, I'm lefty. Yes. Because if I try to go righty, it's all green. I'm going to show you. Look at this. See that? I have no idea why. It's a weird thing. So it's lefty or green. We have the choice. So anyway, this version is made of 3 different parts. There is a prelude that is like Spanish-like in the beginning, and then the melody, and the third part, which is like a bit of a longer prelude, with a closing coda, which is very Spanish. Yes, Ryan, the green is cool. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe another time. So you're gonna have me lefty. It starts with like an exposition of the key of D, because this piece is in D, except for the melody. You will see. Twice, the response. You see the finesse of that. The harmonics being used as an anchor point to develop that phrase. And of course, Django loves these augmented chords. So here a simple C7 to G7, G7 to C, and then the augmented chord here. He really loves in this piece to show the D. D major tonality. Very Debussy. This moment here, very pop, It's very close to like folk music, It's amazing. We're talking about 1950, again those chords, augmented, very Debussy-esque. D. It's funny how he just moves the bass, and we are suddenly in A major. A variation on that folk stuff. Back to a mysterious atmosphere. You know how he alternates those like strong-willed, very harmonic moments with a bit of Spanish ideas in it, to like a very quiet, mysterious moment, you know, floating. Very impressionistic with these chords here. This is genius. And he just moves that melody on top, you know. So So here, it shows really all the genius of Django in the harmonies. This phrase already. And here. See how he moves like this. Voice stays the same, this one goes like that, and the bottom one you see how the finesse of his like voice leading, it's incredible. Like this is so Debussy here. See how he moves the bottom voice, and all that time the A rings. See, it still rings. And he does again that thing with the thirds like he did on Belleville, you know. Okay. Now. See? That's again that chord like we had in toward the beginning. This is like a flat 9 and 13. It comes from that augmented scale, whatever. But we can feel like the Debussy influence. It's a chord that bites, you know. Oh, this phrase now is gorgeous. This. I spent so many times just playing it for the joy of playing it, because it's so amazing. So that's now he goes to the thin nuage. In F, he goes in F, not in G. The first versions of nuage are all in F. Then he switched to G because at first he has a clarinet in the band, then he has Grappelli back on violin. And for the violin, G is a little bit of a better key. So that's why he goes to the G, you know. But otherwise, he tells us, yes, the song is in F, okay? So that's why he sticks to that. Now, see how he stays on that. See those motion with the thumb on the bass. So here, he adds a D minor, which is a very interesting move. Because suddenly we're in D minor, but on F, you know, it's really. He loves to do that. He does it in improvisation 4. I showed it to you before on the previous video. It's a movement that he really likes to do, you know. It mixes the diminished chord and the major chord. That's the bridge. So you see that E minor in the chord progression okay, this chord is also a G minor. So that's where he goes. It's so such a beautiful phrase. So these are like double stops, like on the violin. So this is something that he likes to do. We saw it already. He does it a few times in various pieces. He keeps the note on the top. That's a move, or like that. Depends like the kind of chord that he does here. It can be that, it can be that. And here between this one and the last chord, the landing chord, because it's an approach, and land. He adds that. It's like some kind of like a minor, you know, A flat minor. It's very blues. It's just like a blues thing, you know. Melody. Third part. So here is something very funny. This. It's B flat minor, and he never, when he solos, you listen to any of these pieces that he recorded, it always stays there. It never goes to this one. That's the thing that people do nowadays. It's not there. It's there only in this solo. Okay? But for some reason, it's the thing not to do when you play it with the band. It's good to stay on the B flat minor like a modal thing. But here is the right moment to do it. Okay? That's very Django. And now he goes to the third part, which is like a prelude in D, but it starts in F sharp minor. So he goes to D here. Again, D major, and the third time. And now we go back to the mysterious moment like we had in Belleville. Like that, yeah? But except of doing those things here. The response to that, a very quick D again, D major, and then he goes to one of the most amazing phrases. So he goes very fast through it, and I decided to play it way slower. I'm going to play it very slow for you so you can hear what it is. So this. See? It's so beautiful, but when he does it, it goes like really fast like that. I really like to show it like really slowly because it's so beautiful. Okay? Just call. It's the same thing, it's very meditative, you know. It really feels like it's climbing to this very, very high point, okay? It's a bit like, almost like he's climbing like that. And he lands right here, you know? It's like he's trying to reach some kind of a Olympus or something. Sorry. 7, very altered like that, biting. Then that's absolute complete genius. Absolute complete genius. That what he does here. How do you conceive it? Yes, we understand what's going on. It's not the problem. Some kind of like A. And then we go to F sharp minor. He does something a bit similar. Like that on Honeysuckle Rose, but this is like really sophisticated. Here it's also a little bit like a little moment of meditation. He reaffirms the F sharp minor. And this chord could totally be a Pink Floyd kind of chord. See how he transformed this like basic chord, and by moving them out of their zone, with the open string, they start to be very crunchy. Okay, so I'm in the wrong place. I'm going too fast. Here is when you resolve. See, when you play the whole, it's a long piece. So when you play it, you know exactly what's going on. But when you stop, there is one piece that starts like the next. I did that a couple of times, and I missed like a few things. But anyway. Spanish, you know, very like... So here you see that G with the bass moving. And this is where I was right before with those crunchy chords. A. So here, that's why it's important to learn the Segovia scale, Andres Segovia. Listen to Segovia, of course. But if you're a guitarist, practice his scale, because all those movements, they come from the scale. Like, see how suddenly one and one again here. Very Debussy. Like a harp. And then it goes back to those mysterious moments. And here, like something very like scary. Ah. The response to that, very Spanish. Oh. Here there's a little, that little clack here. which like gives a little Spanish flavor to. Here, same thing, the genius of Django. Dee-da-da, dee-da-da. How he goes from C. Dee-da-da. And this is like so Spanish, again. This phrase. D. Here, okay, it's a G minor with a major 7, but it goes to this harmony here, augmented always. So that's the whole tone scale. Okay, so it's back into this world of whole tone scale for the very end. Okay. So he finishes in D major. What's very funny with this piece is the first one, improvisation number 1, 1937. The first piece is in D minor, and the last piece, the last chord, D major. It's almost like finishing a song with a pick out third, like Bach was used to do a lot. You know, you have a minor song, and you end up like in a major. But here it's on like a 13-year period and 17 preludes. It starts in D minor, ends in D major. Right. Now I gotta play it from beginning to end. And that's a real challenge. Alright. Nuage by Django Reinhardt. That's it. That's a tough one, this one, I'm telling you. To remember everything, it's crazy. Anyway, what a beautiful piece of music from Django. What a genius, that guy. What a master that was. And, it's a never-ending source of joy, of learning, of exploring, of discovery. It's just a wonderful thing. Django, an artist, an amazing event in the history of humanity. So, this is it, my friends. It's the end of our series of 10 meetings like that. I try to go through the pieces with you and all. Now, I miss it, I will miss it. I'll miss to see you. But what I decided to do is not next week, but the week after, starting May 11. So for 5 days, 11 to 15, I'm going to come back around 2, 3 p.m. again. And this time, I want to play again those pieces, but I got to choose maybe 3 a day, 3, 4 a day, and I'm just going to play them. I'm not going to explain anything. I'm not going to go through them. I'm just going to sit down and play them. So I will design the repertoire this week, this weekend, and I'm going to start like advertising next week for it, so you will know exactly like what time and which songs are going to be played which day. So, and yeah, so you will know. Now, my website, you can go on my website. If you want CDs, today, CDs and vinyl, there's the vinyl of Django the Impressionist. Today, Bandcamp is waiving all their fees. So if you buy anything today, good for me. So that's a great thing. So that's just today. After that, they still take their cut. But if you want to buy one, do it now. Do it today. 6, 7, 8 of October is Django A Go Go. I have other things too. Right now, the May Django A Go Go has been moved to October. It's going to be a great show. So this is also on my website. You're gonna know also the upcoming tours and stuff, like news coming soon. This is also on the website, on my Facebook page, of course. And if you want lessons, if you're interested in learning Django and all that, studying all these pieces, whatever, I'm available. I have a few openings in my schedule, so if you're interested, just let me know and come and learn. It works. It works great. I've been doing that now for like 6 or 8 weeks on the FaceTime and whatever, Skype, and it works great. So anyway, it's always a pleasure to see, like, you post a lot of things, and sometimes I wish I could say hi to everyone, but I'm like developing those train of thought and all, but it's always great to see you like writing all your stuff and all those comments, the questions and all. I always try to respond. Thank you. That was great 2 weeks, really. Thank you so much. So I wish you a good weekend, and I see you in 10 days from now, May 11th, for like just pure concerts. Okay? Bye. Peace.